Hey everybody, Ecto Eric here. Welcome back to Class 5 Collection. So today we're going to be taking a look at something really special, something from my childhood that really did scare the hell out of me, is Peter Cushing as Van Helsing. Now, this is from the Hammer horror movies over in England. These, I think, started sometime in the 50s. And I actually remember watching these before I even saw like uh, Bela Lugosi or anything like that. So these are really great, and these actors became legends. So it's really cool to have a 1/10 scale of Peter Cushing. I just think that's freaking awesome. So the I love that they use basically the posters from the movies. Because today our posters suck. They are not like they were back in the from the 60s, 70s, 80s, and even back in the 50s. So these are cool. I just love the artwork. Now I do need to get myself the Christopher Lee. I haven't gotten one yet. I will at some point. So here's your front of the box. Oh, that Velcro strong. And you got him right there. And it's the first NECA figure that I have, or maybe they even made it, but he actually has a separated torso. So you can pop this off and you can put on his the vest and his shirt rolled up. So that's cool. It's got head, then it's got three different portraits, all kinds of accessories. So yeah. So here's your side of it. There's the back of it. Different poses and stuff you can put them with. And there's the top of it. And shout out to all the creators. Good job, NECA. That's really cool of you. And of course, the sad little onion. So this is cool. So if you haven't want to know the date, the year that your figure was made, it's always the last digits right here. So this was made in 24. So just in case you want to know, because like, what did I just buy? I bought the Jason Part 6 from Friday the 13th. They made three different variations of it from 2015, I think 2018, and then 2022. So at least I knew I could look at the bottom and it would say 22, so I knew I had that one. There's slight differences, there's paint differences. It's nothing major. Sometimes I'll just grab an old figure and then they'll brush it up a little bit and ship it back out to sell. So, all right, so let's pop this box open because this is this is cool. And at Best Buy of all places, I have better luck at Best Buy than I do at Target, than I do at Walmart. And for me, I like to go to the store and shop. Yeah, it's convenient to do it online, but I don't know. Something about going to the store, finding this on the shelf, going, yes, and walking out. And it was unexpected too, so that was cool. Oh, let me see the insert. If I can get it out. There we go. Oh, that's a nice pack drop. That is so freaking awesome. That's well done. I like that. Do some nice photos with that. Like I said, the boxes alone, I just work some art. They really are. I just adore them. Really like them. So here he is in his plastic prison. I mean, it's phenomenal. It really is. So I am going to, excuse me, sorry about that. Take everything out because I don't want stuff to go flying over my work area because that's never good. So I just cut him out, but I just want to show you guys how everything's laid out. It's nice. You got the hands, you got the candlesticks, got ungloved hands, you've got the cross, the hammer, a a bundle of steaks, a steak, and 3 head portraits. And he was tied in there. There had to be 6 or 7 ties I cut. It was just, he wasn't going anywhere. And this is his replacement torso. So that's cool. That's kind of creepy. But that actually looks really good. I'm impressed. And this sucker's in there good. So I'll be getting this out. I just love the tie. It even has like a little piece of jewelry. I forgot what you call it, like a necktie thing. That's really cool. I mean, the attention to detail is really good. And here is Van Helsing with everything he comes with out of the box. And there's quite a bit of stuff to go over. So let's start off with the accessories. Let's go over the hands first. He comes with a lot of hands. He comes with 3 pairs of glove hands, and he comes with 2 pairs of ungloved hands, I guess. But that's cool. So let's just take a look at that. So on his body, he has probably the hands to be able to hold the cross that he comes with, which that thing is so tiny. I'm going to lose it. I know it. So, yeah, I can just see me losing that. I will show you guys that in a little bit. So he does come with the cross holding hands. So I guess the stake driving hands, and maybe the hammer to hold it. And he comes with some gripping hands that you could probably grab, like the bundle of steaks rather, or actually these are probably to hold the candlesticks, I would think. And he's got a pair of Holden ungloved hands, which are really done pretty well. You even got some vein work. It's hard to see, but yeah, there's some like vein work in there. And this one actually has the ring, which is really good. So nice detail on that. Then, okay, I'm going to show you guys the cross. Now this, it's tiny. I got some blue tack holding it. But that really does look good. I mean, it even has the little loop at the very top for the chain, if there was one. So that's pretty cool. Then he's got a hammer, and he does have a stake. So when he's ready to plunge it into the vampire's chest, he can do that. And then he comes with a bundle. Well, 4, but I just call it a bundle. And yeah, these are pretty sharp too. Except this one. This one's not too sharp. But still. And no, they're not toothpicks, people. Please don't use that for toothpicks. They don't do that. Now, let's look at the head portraits. Here's a nice neutral one. I mean, that is Peter. You can't deny that. Very young. His eyes are even glistening. That's really awesome. Sorry, I just don't want to be dropping anything. And this one where he's definitely ticked off. He's ready to do combat. Even got his teeth showing. Now, his teeth are not white because I'm pretty sure he was a smoker. And this is 1950s anyway, so. But yeah, look at his eyes. That is unbelievable. And The hair is done so well. Oh my god. This is great. Then we will take a look. Now this is the hat is non-removable, which is good. So I can't lose it. I really like that. So you can, of course, you can do what you want. It's your figure. You can do whatever you like. But like when I do put, I'm not going to use this head on this torso. I'm just going to look a little weird. But if you want to, hell, of course you can. Now this torso piece, this is so well done. I mean, it's even got veins in the arms. I mean, that is so good. The vest looks great. The tie. You got some wash in there, so it looks like it's a real leather vest. I'm pretty sure it was leather. I could be wrong. If I am, let me know. Maybe it's not, but it looks good. It looks so good, and it's heavy too. Like I didn't think it was going to have some weight to it, but it does. I am a little leery about ripping off a torso because of this solid jacket. So I'm going to have to really heat this up and be careful. So let's take a look. Now, getting him to stand is not easy because he has no articulation to go up and down on his feet. There's just none, like zero. He can pivot a little bit, but you're not going to get him up and down just because of the way the pant is cut. So there's zero on that. So you're not going to get no up and down, no crunch. It's not going to be able to do it. But he looks amazing. I love the coat. I think it's great. I love the little scarf here. That hat is really awesome. I even like the skin tone that they used. It really does look good. Shoes, so you're not going to get much. He's not Spider-Man, okay? Just so you're not going to be getting like fly kicks and stuff. All right, so I'm going to heat him up and see about getting that on. Okay, so definitely you have to use heat to be able to get his torso, well, his legs off this torso up here. There's no other way. You have to heat it up through the coat. But once you heat it in the midsection, I wouldn't recommend using water up that far. So I just used a hair dryer right here and wiggle it back and forth. It did pop out. And then you have to do it again. Then you grab this torso, heat it up, and if you want to dip that in hot water, fine. I just use a hair dryer, and then it does finally snap in. So he does look good. We'll go over the things I don't like about this figure. But for the majority of it, I do like it. It is a good figure. Now with this one, I am going to look in my box of collections over here and see if I have an extra pair of legs that will slot into here. Or when I do display it, I'll just have him on the stand in the background so you can't see that he doesn't have legs. But I just think, so this way I'll have basically two figures. So I think I'm going to do that. Why spend another $40 if I don't have to? This way I can have both looks because I don't want to keep taking the figure apart. I just don't see the longevity of switching this out all the time. I really think it's going to wear out. I really do. I appreciate that because they could have done this. You could have bought this one and then a couple months later they could have released this one. So I get why they did it. So an easy fix for me is if he's in the background, have him on and I can actually get a different stand because this is just the McFarlane cheap flight stand that they give when the superheroes they do fly. But so that's what I'm thinking I'm going to do. I think I'm going to either find a pair of legs similar to that up there or just use a stand. So I think I'll do that. He looks really good with that head. I mean, you can't deny that. That's not Peter. Let's get a better look. I mean, that really does look like a young version of him. Like I said, these were my first horror movies. I remember watching these with my dad. He was big into the Hammer, and you love Universal too. But so yeah, these are my first memories of watching horror films. So I got to see. I remember seeing him before he was Grand Moff Tarkin. So if you are dealing, and it doesn't matter if you're dealing with NECA, if you're dealing with McFarlane, whatever, before you start yanking things off, heat it. Just do yourself a favor. Just use hot water or a dryer, a hair dryer, because pegs are gonna break. I've been down that road, so yeah, definitely do that. So I am going to heat up this head. I I am going to have probably this head put on that body. I like this. It's nice, but I want the tousled hair. The I'm going to get you look, but I can't get over the glossy of the eyes. Like that is next level. That is well done. I am like, that's the first. I really, that's my first NECA figure. That you can actually see the eyes like that. That is so good. So I am going to heat that hit up, and we'll be back, and we'll try to. We're gonna go over some things I don't like after, but we'll see if we can put a couple accessories in his paws. I'll be right back. Okay, not bad. Heated it up, popped it right on, not a problem. So this is my preferred head sculpt to go with this body. I just love it. And it's funny because as I was slapping the head on, I realized they actually put a 5 o'clock shadow on him, even with the neutral head. I mean, something that you wouldn't think they would have done, but they did. And I think he even has it on. Yeah, so he has it on this one. So it's consistent. There is a 5 o'clock shadow there. I really like it. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I think I'm just going to keep them on a stand in the back, and you won't notice because the other figures will be around them. So I might have to get a Kaiser stand. I do have a few Kaiser stands that I can adjust because this one's going to be way too high because the stash is going to be it's going to be pretty off. So I got a couple of small Kaiser stands. So now I love the cross, but like I said yesterday, I know this is day 2 of filming, so yeah, because I had to take a break. Ran out of time yesterday. Now this is nice, but this is something that if it hits the rug or bounce on the floor, yeah, consider it gone. Now I don't know if he can hold it with these. I don't think he can. It's too much of a gap, I think. Those hands, the gloved hands, are fine. So what I'll probably end up doing is having him hold the cross with his arm out, and then I'll probably have this guy with a stake and hammer. You guys watch me struggle trying to pick up a freaking accessory. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna work. No, no. Yeah, that's the best I could get it. So that's okay. That's okay. Um, so definitely, I'm gonna swap out these hands. I am gonna put in those other ones. So we'll do that. Actually, you know what? It might be easier. Yeah. So you just pull it off. Let me back out. You don't need to see. You don't see my paws up close. So you just insert it. But this is always the scary part. I just get a kick out of the ring. I really think that's a good idea. I mean, even the vein work. I mean, there's actual vein work in there. That's incredible. Slap this one in. Like you guys need to know how to put pegs in. That doesn't feel like cutting. So I think he was right-handed like myself. I mean, I'm somewhat ambidextrous. I can do everything, but I can't write very well with my left hand. But I can use tools even at work. Some people are like, "Are you left-handed?" I'm like, nah, nah. But just can't. I mean, even with my right hand, my writing is atrocious. It's bad. When we sit, when we do paperwork, usually my partner, she generally does it because even she's like, "I like you, but your handwriting is pretty bad." Slap the hammer in, like that, and then grab a steak. Like I said, I showed you guys. Got a bundle of steaks, and we'll just put in. And these are sharp too, which they have to be. You got to drive through the vampire's chest, and you don't have much time to screw around. So you only get a couple of shots. Okay, I don't want to go too far. Now, I think doing this over and over again, you're gonna cause some paint to come off, probably off the steak and off his hand, because that is a really tight grip. So I'm gonna have him, post something like that. So that's cool. I really like it. That's probably how I have him displayed. Now, let's address the problems I have with this figure. Yeah, jeez. Um, Problem one is his legs. They are they're just as bad as Valak, um, from the Conjuring, the Nun. The Conjuring series, the Nun. Her legs, she's almost. I have to use a stand. She can't stand. Her legs are worse than his, but because of the way they cut this, you can't get his lower leg to get straight. So he's always at a bend. So he's yeah, oh God, I can't. He, no matter what I do, it's I can't straighten him. And then the other big problem is they put this so low that there's no up, very little up and down, but you can't really maneuver the foot. So you don't have any articulation, and there's no uh, toe joint poopy thing, which is good because I don't like that anyways. But still, you can swivel, but you can't go up down. So trying to get him to stand is no way. He it's a mess. It really is a mess. Sorry, I got to put a hand on. It's creeping me out without a hand. I'm just gonna leave that steak in that hand. I'm not gonna keep taking that apart. But yeah, that's insane to me. It really is. The other issue is, and I've seen other people have issues, is the diaper right here, especially the right leg. It will crimp and grab this plastic and bend it and stuff. So you see like a little bend in there, but I've seen other people do it. It happens to them, so it's not just isolated to this figure. I've seen a couple other people that have the same problem. Um, so between his lower legs and the other thing I hate, and I hate it. That's a strong word to use for a toy, but this is horrible. Look, look how nasty that looks. That's like a freaking, a shock tooth or something. Like, why? I don't understand that. You don't do it with any other figures as bad, but that is just. I don't know if it's because it's the flesh tone that's throwing me off, but boy, I mean, it's okay if you're looking at it straight on. It's no big deal. But if you have them on this, I don't know, especially this one. I mean, it's a nitpick, but I just. Ugh. So standing is, yeah, it's not good. Um, I had a hell of a time yesterday doing the video short for it, and trying to get it to stand and stay up, and yeah, and it doesn't matter if it's on this torso or that one. It's yeah, but and the other thing is you have no ab crunch, no waist, so you can't get in the bend much. So, but like I said, straight on, I'm okay. I'm not gonna. But that is a gripe. I think it's a legit gripe. I mean, in my mind, it's a legit gripe. But outside of that, I do love this figure. I mean, it's not perfect. Nothing is, but like I said, like Valak, yeah, without a stand, there's no way I'm gonna. That kills me. That profile, I can't do it. I just can't. So that was that was the look of NECA Peter Cushing as Van Helsing, and I do like it. I if you're a fan of Hammer, definitely get it. I am working on trying to get Christopher Lee. He is, for me personally, he is my Dracula. Like everybody has their Batman, everybody has their Superman, and for me, Christopher Lee with his voice. That guy had the scariest voice in horror. And people say, "Oh, it's Vincent Price." Nothing against Vincent Price, but Christopher Lee, if he read you a bedtime story, you're gonna have nightmares whether you're 3 years old or 90 years old. Yeah, definitely. So I just want to thank everybody for putting up with me. I really appreciate it. So make sure you have some garlic hanging around, and make sure you got Van Helsing on your side in case the vampire shows up. Now remember the different laws of the vampire. They cannot come into your home unless you invite them. They can't break in. Okay, and they can't cross moving water. So they say. Okay, and remember, to use the cross, you have to believe. Now, I would love NECA, before I sign off, I would love for them to do Fright Night figures from the late 80s movie. I love that movie. To get a Roddy McDowell as the vampire hunter. And that vampire in that movie, I can't think of the actor's name, but he was a awesome jerk vampire. I like that guy. So yeah, that's on my wish list. It'll never happen probably, but so yes. So again, I hope you're safe wherever you are. Take care. Keep collecting. Peace.